Hey guys, just Dante here again. So today I'm going to be talking about my last resort bank that I use to get. Oh my, why is my shoddy, bro? Gosh, bro. How do I mute this? It's just crashing over random shit. Okay, we're going to be talking about LendCare. All right. So, LendCare, just like my last resort bank, bro. Whoops. Last resort bank. Like, I try not to send deals here because, like I said in the last video, there's a lot of mixed reviews. So, you have bad experiences, okay experiences, and good experience. Like everyone has different experiences, but obviously, like if you search on the reviews, there's more bad reviews. But LendCare, dude, these guys, they will pretty much buy everybody. Like if you don't get approved with LendCare, bro, you might be cooked. Keep doing these damn arrows. Like you actually might be cooked. Very lenient with who they approve. Super lenient. Right now, don't get me wrong, he will still get declined if they have really bad credit, but they're super lenient. This is my um, last resort bank. So here are some things that these guys will take that most banks do not take. These guys will take somewhat recent repos. I ran an ad for repossessions, worst idea of my life. Yeah, I want to try to help as much people as possible. The issue with these deals, which I'll explain really quickly, is LendCare wants proof that the car got repossessed. Now, a lot of these banks that finance these cars are so annoying when it comes to trying to get a letter or some sort of proof. There's only one bank I've seen, and I signed that guy a couple days ago. He got a letter from Eden Park saying, "Hey, this car's been repossessed. Blah 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 blah. This is it." Every other bank gives a hard time, and you'd think maybe like bigger banks like TD, Scotia, whatever would be super simple. Run around on the phone. My customers tell me they'll be on hold for an hour just to get a letter saying the car got repossessed. So they take some of recent repossessions, but it's a headache to actually get done. Headache to get done without proof. If you don't have proof, bro, and then they need a letter, like, bro, it's gonna be cooked. It's actually gonna be chopped. So they do take repos. Obviously, I don't want repo customers. If I get them, I'll work them, but it's not what I'm aiming for mainly. Another thing that these guys do a lot is income waived. These guys are very famous for doing income waive deals. So no proof of income required. I think the sweet spot for these guys, based on my experience, is like higher 500s to 600s credit. High 500 and higher, pretty much. Now, ideally, if you want to get the income waived, from what I've seen, you need at least like 3 months of established credit. So super thin credit, like 1 month credit card, might not fly. Like they actually might decline you because your credit is super thin. So it's very case by case, but from what I've seen, 3 to 4 months of established credit. And these are for my newcomers. For my people that have been here for a while, more than likely I'd rather send them to Eden Park because we might have a better chance of getting a nicer income wave and overall lower rate and just like better deal. Now with these guys, when it comes to what else are they really cool with? Um, Income waves. Now we'll talk about like the little annoying stuff about them. So they have this thing called a Flinks link, which is basically a banking link. Now there's a couple other banks that have it as well. Now, if your income just looks sus to them or something's just off, they're just gonna automatically be like, "Hey, we need these guys to do the Flinks link." So there might be a situation where it's like I get an income wave, like for some reason these guys, whatever, they can't prove income properly, and it's like, okay, we get an income wave, boom, out of nowhere they might ask for them to do a Flinks link, and it just kills the whole deal. So could potentially kill the deal. Another thing that these guys randomly do is they might ask for a PR card. So this is for my newcomer people that are not permanent residents. Also kills the deal most times. Now, the reason why is because they asked for this is more than likely I don't really deal with these types of customers. These are more like the Indian customers where they have one line on their driver's license, so no last name pretty much. They're gonna ask for PR card, or if you gave the dealer your SIN and they put it into the SIN area because these guys don't take 9 cent. This bank does not take 9 cent. Iceberg, they take 9 cent. These guys does not take 9 cent. Does not take agency jobs. Like they do not take that stuff. So these guys they'll take new credit to Canada, but it's like they're pretty. They just try to. They basically turn a blind eye. They're like, okay, let me not ask about the sin. Let's just keep it moving. That's how they move. I'll be honest with you. So these are the things you have to look out for in terms of just like getting approvals. Also, if you have a credit alert on your bureau, you're gonna have to do a Jumio link if credit alert on the bureau. So some people have dealt with fraud and stuff, and you got to get that cleared up before the bank issues you like extended credit, right? So basically, it's basically identity verification. So I think you have to like verify your driver's license or something like that. You have to take a clear picture, and it's a whole process. I don't know it by heart because I don't do it a lot. It's usually my customer. I just send them a link with a hey, cook this up. Um, but yeah, they usually ask for those if income might be off or like you have a credit alert on your bureau. They're gonna want you to do those links. Now, I have to verify still if they still do this, but usually after income gets verified, if you put 3K down, you can actually get a lower rate, 3% less interest rate. So let's say income gets verified and they gave us 14%, 14.90. If we put 3K down, I still got to verify if this works, but if it does, if you put 3K down, we can actually ask to get an exception if the credit's not too bad for 11.90. So that helps out a lot when we're just trying to get a lower payment or we just need to fit something within the max payment. That 3K down trick is super helpful. These guys also do pay call stretches as well. So let's say, for example, they give us a max payment of 520. I had a customer today, max payment, asked for a stretch, we got it up to 570 something. So sometimes they'll do it even on the really high interest rate approvals. Now the thing with this bank is they're known for these high interest rates. Also, these guys, bro, holy, if you miss a payment, bro, your interest rate goes up by 10%. That's why I try not to send people here. Like it's chopped. I don't know. I'll be honest. I have no idea what happens if you have a 29.9% interest rate. You miss a payment. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I've sold 29.9% interest rate multiple times. Do I feel ashamed of it? No, because nobody was forced to get the car. This information was relayed. It's all on the fine print. So I don't know what happens if they have a 29.9 because the criminal interest rate is 35. So only God knows what happens there. But if you miss a payment, let's say for your example, you're at 11.90, you miss a payment, your payment's going up, bro. 10%. It's chopped. Apparently you can re-review to get it lower, but these guys, their customer service is horrible, bro. Like I know I should be like hyping these guys up, but as someone in the business who like morals is important, I don't want to send all my deals here. Why is this guy calling me right now, bro? Oh my goodness. Like people call me at the worst times, bro. Anyways, I know I'm supposed to be yo, brother. Please, bro. Like oh my gosh. Tomorrow I'll call you, bro. Please. I'm busy. Like when I need to call these guys nothing and then 9:15 PM when I'm at home making a YouTube video for the fans. Anyways, like these guys are like last resort, bro. I'll do deals with them because whatever they're a bank, but I just wish they moved better. Customer service needs improvement. Like they just need to just lock it. But this is my last resort bank, bro. Like if the credit's really rough, I gotta send people here. I don't want to. If I could send everybody to Eden Park and Iceberg, I would. I would, bro. I got other banks too. Auto Finance, Santander. I'll make videos about those guys, but these are my big three, bro. Big three for bad credit. But these guys are like last resort, bro. Like we gotta just fingers crossed we don't have to go through these guys. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we like, you know what I'm saying? Like not morning. Call me at 6 p.m. Okay, yeah, no problem. But yeah, bro, that's LendCare. They're pretty helpful. Their income process takes long sometimes. Like, these guys take so long to verify income. They have a queue. So once you send in income and documents, they put it in a queue. And that's another thing I want to explain on this video. People think when I send the income in, the bank's calling their employer immediately. There's a queue, bro. And these guys are dealing with thousands of dealers in Canada who are also having clients trying to get approved as well. So that's the thing. People are so like self-centered, thinking they're the only deal that's being worked. Like these reps are working deals all day long. So there is a queue. Sometimes it does get slow. I got to email these guys for updates, but for the most part, we do get updates within the same day. But yeah, like they're pretty chill. Like they don't really require too much before we release the car. Front picture of the license, void check, and if the approval is a higher interest rate, they want to see proof of insurance as well as two references. But they're fairly simple when it comes to just booking the deal. Booking the deal basically means allowing us to release the car. So they don't really ask for too much stuff. But yeah, that's like my last resort bank, bro. Like I know who to send here when I need to, whether they've been in the country for a long time or they're new to the country. I kind of know where to send these guys. But this is LendCare. They are helpful, but they need to just do better in some aspects. But hopefully, you guys learn about the LendCare and kind of get a better understanding of who else we can use to get people approved with bad credit, who else I use to get clients approved with bad credit. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.